Welcome or welcome back to my channel and to the new video. And in today's video we are going to discuss about different type of expenses per month that a student has to incur, and at the end I would tell you how much minimum amount of money you need in order to survive in Sweden if you're planning to come here as a student. But before starting this video, I would like to request, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and if you get a little information from this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so I get a little motivation to keep making these videos. Thank you. So without wasting any time, let's get started with the video. I'm gonna divide the expenses into two categories. First would be fixed expenses and the second would be variable expenses. In the fixed expenses, you would have expenses such as housing and accommodation, your monthly transport pass, and your mobile data carrier service, which you're going to use for calling and using the data. And in the variable expenses, I'm going to keep expenses like grocery shopping, because it depends a lot on your lifestyle and what you eat. Second is your lifestyle expenses, for example, if you like to party or drink alcohol. And third are gonna be your day-to-day expenses that you're gonna incur, like your face wash, toiletries, etc. So without wasting any time, let's start with the first category, that is your fixed expenses. Starting with the first category, that is the fixed expenses, let's get started with the topmost expense that you're going to incur out of all, that is housing and accommodation. If you're planning to come to Sweden as a student, you get accommodation at a cheaper price rather than other people who are working. And there are different associations that help you out with the accommodation if you are an international student, first of all. But in housing and accommodation also, I would divide it into three categories. First is the corridor room, which is the cheapest out of all. Second is the studio room, which is a little expensive than the corridor room. And the third is a bigger accommodation, which will be private and for you. So talking about the corridor room, in the corridor room you will have your own bathroom and your own room, but your kitchen will be shared by other tenants, and that is the most cheapest one, and it costs in between 4,000 to 5,000 Swedish kronor per month. Second is the studio room, in which you will get a small room, a kitchen for yourself and a bathroom, which will cost which starts from 5,000 Swedish kronor to 7,000 Swedish kronor. And the third type of accommodation is having a bigger room, in which you will get a living room, a bedroom, a kitchen, and a bathroom for yourself, and it starts from 7,500 to 9,000 Swedish kronor if you are a student. However, it also depends on a lot on the locality in which you are preferring to have a student accommodation. But in this video, since I'm going to talk about the minimum expenses that you have to incur if you're coming as a student to Sweden, let's take an example of the corridor room, that you're going to choose a corridor room, and let's average it out, and let's take an example that you will spend 4,500 Swedish kronor per month on accommodation. So the first biggest expense is 4,500 Swedish kronor per month that you're going to spend on a corridor room per month for your accommodation. And one benefit I'm going to tell you about a corridor room is that you don't have to pay rent in summers. That is for 2 months, either June and July or July and August, depending upon the accommodation you take. But those 2 months are completely free for you. You don't have to pay any rent on that corridor accommodation if you prefer to choose. However, if you take a studio room or a bigger apartment, you still have to pay your summer rent for summer, and also pay extra for electricity and heating. While in corridor room you pay nothing extra. If the rent is 4,500, you pay that and you don't have to pay anything extra for your electricity or for heating. Now let's talk about the second expense in the fixed category, that is the public transport pass. If you're a student in Sweden, you get the public transport pass at a cheaper price, and it can start from 500 Swedish krona and go to 700 Swedish krona depending on the city you are living in or studying in. For example, in Stockholm it is 650 Swedish kronor per month for public transport, in which you can travel anywhere around Stockholm unlimited number of times for a month. You will get a SL card for that. However, if you are studying in Gothenburg, it would be a little cheaper, and if you go to more smaller city, it would be a little cheaper as well. So it depends on the city you're living in, and for this video, let's take you're gonna spend 650 Swedish kronor per month on your public transport pass. Now the third expense in the fixed category is your data carrier service, that is your SIM card. You have to spend somewhere between 100 Swedish kronor to 130 Swedish kronor as a student in your SIM card, in which you get data in between 5 to 10 GB per month. So it's nothing like India where you get 1 GB of data per day and like that. So you have to spend in between 100 to 130 Swedish kronor per month depending on the data carrier you use. For this video, let's average it out and say we are spending 150 Swedish kronor per month. That is the amount that I also pay per month, and I get 10 GB of data. So for this video, let's take 150 Swedish kronor per month. So now if we add the fixed category, that is your housing, your public transport pass, and your mobile data carrier service, you would have spent 5,265 Swedish kronor per month. And these are the fixed expenses. You cannot change that. This is the fixed expense that you have to spend minimum in order to survive here in Sweden as a student. Now ending this category of fixed, let's keep this aside and moving over to the variable expenses. And let's start with the grocery shopping for a month. So for grocery also, it depends a lot on your lifestyle, how much you eat and what you like to eat. If you're a vegetarian, if you're a vegan, if you're a non-vegetarian. So for grocery shopping, you would have to spend minimum 1500 Swedish kronor, and it can go up to 2500 Swedish kronor. I would say 2500 Swedish kronor is the maximum you're gonna spend on grocery shopping. However, if you're coming for the first time, for the first month, you would have to spend a little more, because obviously you would buy all the stuff and you would spend a little more. However, if you take average it out per month, you would spend somewhere between 1500 to 2500 Swedish kronor per month on the groceries. That is I spend around 2000 Swedish kronor per month on groceries. So for this video, let's take an example of 2000 Swedish kronor per month you're gonna spend on groceries. In order to save some money, I have made a previous video on grocery shopping, and I'll put a tag here. You can go and watch it out in order to check which grocery stores to choose, which are the cheapest ones, and you can go there and save some money per month on the grocery shopping. Now moving over to the next variable expense apart from the groceries is your lifestyle, which includes your day-to-day things like your cream, shower gel, face wash, etc., which you're going to use in your daily life, and it also includes some clothing which you're going to buy. So I'm taking and averaging it out to 600 Swedish kronor per month. However, I think it's a little low if you use expensive products, but to average it out as a student, I'm using it as 600 Swedish kronor per month, which you're gonna spend on your clothes, your shower gel, cream, etc. And the last expense in the variable category, I would also categorize into lifestyle expense. It includes your parties, your alcohol, etc. So for this video, let's take it as 500. However, it depends a lot on your lifestyle. You can spend from starting from 0 Swedish kronor in this category, and you can go up to there is no limit. You can spend up to thousands of Swedish kronor on this category, but for this video, let's take an example of 500 Swedish kronor, because as a student you would also need some entertainment per month to keep you motivated. So now adding up all the expenses, that is your fixed expenses and your variable expenses, which include your housing, your public transport, your mobile data carrier service, your grocery shopping, your lifestyle expenses, it comes out to be 8,365 Swedish kronor, which I would say is the minimum you have to spend per month if you're gonna come to Sweden as a student. However, the government recommends 9,400 Swedish kronor per month as the minimum balance that you have to show if you're planning to come here as a student in Sweden. So all in this video, I would like to say that if you're planning to come as a student in Sweden, you should be ready to spend somewhere between 8,500 Swedish kronor per month in your living expenses. apart from your tuition fee is separate. I have not included that in this video. So now wrapping up this video, if you got a little information from this video, please subscribe to my channel and like this video and share it with your friends so that I get a little motivation to make these videos in the future, and see you in the next video soon. Take care and bye bye.